What's up guys, PlatanoTechs Gaming here with a Hero Beat Edison profile. Super excited to show this off. I took this exact deck to a PS4 tournament. I believe it was a 40 plus or 50 plus turnout. A lot of great Edison players from the local SoCal area. I went 4-2, barely did not make top cut to play in for the PS5. But just a great experience. I should have really been 5-1, however, I didn't know about time rules around 1 and I misplayed going into time in that round. Anyways, super happy about how I did. I learned a lot and I'm looking forward to playing this deck some more and keep learning it. So I'll go ahead and start. Standard Hero Beat, you get the 3, your boy here, Neos Alias, 1900, essentially a normal monster. He's the boy, he attacks over a lot of things in the format. It's the reason the dex works. Then you have the 1 Stratos, your Rhoda, 2 Ocean, it comes up in the grind, he's also water. I play the Voltic. The Voltic helps you to secure like OTK plays and also to kind of just catch your opponent off guard. Play the 1 Captain Gold because I do play the Skyscraper. And then the Platano Spice, we play the Wild Heart. So the Wild Heart is a card that many people had to pick up during the tournament. It says unaffected by trap cards. Well, guess what? In Edison, there's a lot of decks that play trap cards. You put a Wild Heart on the board in towards the mid to end game and your opponent just has back rows, you're just going to be attacking them directly and winning the game from then that point. Also, your opponent has a 1800 or 2400 attack monster on their board. You put a Skyscraper down, you put Wild Heart down, and that's getting over it no matter what, unless they flip over Puka Flip. So Wild Heart comes up. He's also Earth, so it comes up to make Gaia. And then you play the supporting cast of monsters. You play the 2 Honest, broken card. You play the Grand Mole, broken card. And then I play 2 Snowman Eaters. I think Snowman Eater is great going into the mirror match because he's 1900 defense, 0 attack. Your opponent literally cannot get over him unless they expend resources to do so. So I think he's great on the mirror match, and he's also a water, and he's also just really good against a lot of decks that really have to do mental gymnastics to get over this card. So I think it's a great card. Then you play your magic cards. You play your 3 Searchers. You play your best card in the game, the best card I think in the game, Miracle Fusion at this point, and then Gemini Spark. So all broken cards. Gemini Spark is just the reason why the deck is so good. Quick play, tribute your Alias, pop a card and draw a card. Summon Alias, gets bottomless, Gemini Spark, pop other back row, draw a card. Summon Alias, attack over, Dimension Fissure, chain Gemini Spark, pop a card, draw a card. It's amazing, and makes your opponent neg, makes you plus. You play your broken 1-ofs, your Future Fusion, your Rhoda, and then your Skyscraper. Not much to say about that. And then the 1 MST to clear problem cards. Then you play your trap cards. You have a heavy trap lineup starting with 3 Hero Blast. Hero Blast is what gets you your Alias back to hand, and then pops a monster. Really good. You don't have to pop a monster either. So if your opponent does Heavy Storm or MST on it, you can flip it, just add the Alias back. You don't have to pop a monster, but popping the monster happens as a second effect. You play your standard trap cards, 3-dimensional prison. Banishing is really strong. With the 2 bottomless, it's at 2. And then your power cards, Mirror Force and Torrential. Not much to say about that. And then the spice of the deck and what adds more consistency to it and catches your opponent off, 3 Jarb Greeds. Now I know this could be 3 Spirit of Yagdagarasus, but I just don't think that card is this cool as flipping over Jarb Greed on your opponent and then plussing 1. Your opponent will spend an MST or spend Heavy Storms when they see you set a bunch of cards. Needless to say, you're setting Jarb Greeds and you're just baiting them into trying to pop it. So I think it's really funny. It actually came up so much during the tournament. People were laughing. They were shocked at me playing the card, and I think it just kind of helped me gain advantage in situations I otherwise wouldn't have. Our extra deck, we only play the mandatories. We play the 3 Absolute Zeros, the Stardust Dragon for the Starlight Road, 2 Gaias, and then 2 Fortresses, and actually another Stardust Dragon. So just the mandatory cards. I don't play any extras. I mean, technically, I guess I should play 6 other cards, just to so I don't let my kind of telegraph what I'm on, but it's pretty much just the mandatory cards. Absolute Zero is broken. It's the reason why the deck, another reasons of why the deck is so good. Gets removed, you clear the opponent's board. Moving on to the side deck choices. 2 Cyber Dragons for machines are going second. 2 Skill Drain, along with the Shadow Imprisoning and the Light Imprisoning. So you have like basically 3 against Light Sworn, or another light deck, 3 against Black Wings or another dark deck. So that's the kind of why I chose on that ratio. Then you play the Starlight Road to kind of sight in. For your opponent's obviously going to sight in back row hate, or maybe sight in against the Black Wing matchup to counter their Icarus attack. You play 2 DD Crow, mandatory. I wanted to play 3. I think next time I'll play 3. I played 3 Pulling the Rug. Never came up, never saw it. Although I did face a couple Monarch decks, but in theory, broken. Negate the Monarch effect and pop it. And then this did come up. I played 3 Twisters instead of Dust Tornado. Twister just gets rid of like the problem floodgates, or like Necro Valley, not skill drain, but Royal Oppression and other problematic floodgates on the spot. You don't have to wait a turn like the Dust Tornado, set it and then activate it. It gets rid of it on the spot for a really low cost of 500 life points. So I think this is the way to go. I really liked how the deck ran. Any changes that I would make at this point, I'm not too sure. I'm really liking this list. Maybe I'll cut a Snowman Eater, and you know, maybe I'll cut a Deep Prison for a couple other cards I have in mind that I will show off on the next profile when it comes to that. So but yeah, that's about it. The deck is pretty smooth. I love how it plays. It plays like it's just like a control deck, and it's really fun. It's like 1-for-1 trades, 1-for-2 trades. Really simple, straightforward. Really recommend it. And I did show off like a high rarity version of the deck, or high-ish rarity version, because not all the cards are high rarity. But the deck can actually be built for really cheap. Even the side deck, except Pulling the Rug, you gotta set that for something else. The deck can be built for pretty cheap, like maybe like 50 bucks if you want to get into Edison with this deck. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed. Next video, I'll be doing a Tier Laments budget version. I'm really excited about that as well. So stay tuned. Peace out. Have a good night, everyone.